40 trips around the Sweet Springs Motorsports Complex, because this is what you save your lunch money for. You're going to dash off into turns 1 and 2. The drag race, and they'll swap lines onto the back straightaway. Cannon going to fire to the inside. The 71, he'll have it. Grant trying to come back to his inside, see if he can lead the opening lap. He cannot. It'll be Cannon McIntosh leading. Grant right there in second. Dom trailing in third. Then you'll find Jacob Denny and Gunnar Setzer, your top 5 here in the early runnings. Battle for the 5th spot. Pursley on the outside of the 43, not able to hold it. Setzer this time going to grab a 2-for-1 deal. Goes 6th to 4th here as they work onto the backside of the speedway. Challenge for second. Zach Dom working his way by in the 5. Grant coming back after him here in the NOS Energy CBI number 87 at the line. It was Dom barely trying to go to work on the 67 to Jacob Denny. That'll be the fight for the 5th spot. They're 3 wide for second off of turn number 2. Sets her back to the inside of the 43. Has the line off into turns 3 and 4. Got it back. Here comes Gunnar. Gunnar sets her back into second as they've been battling, though, as Setzer misses the line in turns 1 and 2. Finds a throttle quick. Zach Dom tries to his inside. Couldn't get there as they're battling the 71K of Cannon McIntosh. He has pretty much run away right now. The car balls up tight on him just a little bit, able to hold on to that 3rd spot as everybody was on the binders a little bit that time in turns 1 and 2. As Cannon leads, Gunnar still right there in second. A couple of drivers starting to step up just a little bit over the cushion on the entry at turn number 1 and then bring it back down at the exit turn number 2. Starting to work for a few of them here. The 67, one of the drivers doing it. Unfortunately, the inside is just a little bit too better for Logan Seavey. Onto the backstretch, up into the top 5 here. Challenge coming up for second. Here comes Grant. He and Setzer going to go at it now. They'll tap tires at the exit turn number 4. They both end up in the middle groove, and the 87 look to the stars for a second. Both drivers continue on green flag racing here as it is an absolute gaggle from 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, all the way back. They are right there. One misstep will cost you, and there it is for Steven Snyder. That allows the Pristine Auction number 86 to race his way back by. You've got Reinbold in that mix. You've got the 67 in that mix as well. Seavey, who had been up there inside of the top 5, now losing a little bit of ground here. He's back to 9th. We'll do a quick check on your leader. Cannon McIntosh continues to lead in that Mobile 1 KKM Kerbagajanian number 71K. Justin Grant, in the meantime, back up into second. Both drivers patiently through turns 3 and 4. Problems for Winfrey. The 321 down to the infield. He clears. We stay green. Cannon round the bottom. Grant tries the middle. Glued to the back bumper of your leader this time into turns 3 and 4. Caution. We've got one parked, and it's Dom. Brings a pass to NOS Energy start can, and we get back after it. Pursley again going to swing to the outside here on the restart. Tries to get 3rd. Setzer right next to him as they work off into turns 3 and 4. One driver getting skyward there for a second. That was the 97. Cale Drake showing us the belly pan there for a little bit over in turns 3 and 4. As Pursley's been able to make the pass up to the 3rd spot. Now closing in on Grant to see if he gets in for second. Setzer has a couple of more drivers setting sights on him right now. The 4, Steven Snyder Jr., all the way up to the wall over in turns 1 and 2. Brings it back down, and man, they are close quarters racing as Hayden Reinbold able to sneak by through all that. The 19 going to move up into 4th. The 4 in 5th. The 43 getting shuffled back to 6th right now. 2nd, 3rd, 4th. That's up for grabs a little bit here. Grant with a good run off the exit to number 4. Holds on to it. Pursley with Reinbold right on his back bumper right now. Work on to the far side of the racetrack. Battle going on behind them still between Reinbold, or between Setzer and Drake as your leader comes around to the wave of the white flag. Takes her off onto the back straightaway for the final time. Enter turn 3, exit turn 4 for the 3rd time in his career. He's a winner here in Sweet Springs. Cannon McIntosh in victory lane for the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship. He's going to crawl up to the top of the car. Race fans, let him hear it. Cannon McIntosh, your winner here tonight.
How did you have to change your approach to the race to kind of avoid his, I guess, his advances?
Yeah, I could hear at times him coming behind me. That's probably one of the toughest races I've ever ran. I feel like I'm usually pretty good at running the bottom, but you had slime, a little bit of grip, and then slick. So if you got in, too low to try and miss the slick, you'd hit the grease and push out of the groove. And then if you try to miss the grease, you'd get caught in the slick and completely miss the corner. So yeah, I feel like the whole race I was just fighting to really hit my line and just kind of tuning on the shocks as we went. As I started to realize that the bottom was probably going to be there all the way to the end, I just kept cranking on the right rear shock and just trying to make the car better as the race went on. But this thing was fantastic all night. We qualified right where we needed to. put ourselves in position. Got a good start and got under Justin there, and yeah, just try to pace ourselves from then on. But couldn't do it without this whole crew. For Keith and Pete that allowed me to do this, and Bo, Phil, Spencer, everyone that makes this happen. Just huge thanks to them. Got to thank Lord Jesus above for making this happen as well. Mobile One, Toyota, just, man, there's a lot of people that make this go around.
You're the first and only 3-time winner at Sweet Springs Motorsports Complex with the USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget Championship. What do you and this place agree on so well?
Yeah, I kind of grew up on places like this, these small tracks, and yeah, there's usually a pretty good bottom to roll and a cushion as well. So I like places where you can kind of do both, and it's not just dedicated to one line. And yeah, I just feel like it suits me pretty well. And actually, I feel like the last few times I've been here, I've really struggled just to really find my speed and rhythm. So yeah, to get back in victory lane here is pretty special, and just couldn't do it without this great crew and my family watching back at home.
3 wins at Sweet Springs Motorsports Complex in his career for Cannon McIntosh. He is your winner tonight for night number 1 of Mid-America Midget Week.